Potassium permanganate is a powerful oxidizing agent that can be used to cleave double bonds. Unfortunately, some brands of it are impure as it may be diluted with additives. Today, I will demonstrate how to titrate the permanganate to determine its purity. Now, because this is a titration, I need to make sure my measurements are as precise as possible, and I need to add exactly 100 ml of water into the speaker. Then, I add 9 grams of oxalic acid and wait for it to dissolve. This creates an almost exactly 1 molar solution, and it's what I will be using to titrate my permanganate. I now dissolve 1.58 grams of the potassium permanganate that I'll be titrating into an arbitrary amount of water, and I can now begin the titration. Now, this is where I made a critical error. I assumed my oxalic acid solution was 0.1 molar, and I shot in 50 mils right off the bat, and I severely over-titrated my permanganate. Starting over, I added another 1.58 grams of potassium permanganate, and because I still haven't learned from my mistakes, I shot in 20 mils to start. Guess what? It over-titrated, and all the purple permanganate completely disappeared again and turned brown. Brown. Titration.
Is trash.
Titration.
At any point goes
brown.
It just stops working.
This time, I actually decided to take it slow, and I added 10 mils to start, then carefully added 1 or 2 mils at a time. Now, the way you test if there's still stuff to titrate is to dip a glass rod in and add into some clean water, and if you see the water on the stir rod is purple, then you need to continue titrating. If the water only has brown flecks of the manganese dioxide, then the titration is finished. This time, I found it took me 20 mils of oxalic acid to fully convert the potassium permanganate. Now, you may notice this is the exact same result as my second run. The reason I did it a second time is because I wasn't sure if I over-titrated the second run or not. It just seems like this time I didn't. Now, the way you find the mass of potassium permanganate here is by figuring out the moles of oxalic acid used, then multiplying by 2/5 and then by 158. In my case, I used 0.02 moles of oxalic acid, which corresponds to 1.26 grams of potassium permanganate, meaning my sample is 80% permanganate by mass. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.